Hi, this is Kimberly from Are You Awakening, and I'm here with Kelly to talk about 11 signs that you're waking up, but you gotta wake up badass style. All right, number 1.
Repeating numbers.
Dude, yeah. Okay, so the first one you're probably gonna see is 1111. Because that one is sort of the wake-up call. And the 1111 is, you can see it on the clock twice a day. And then 111, you can see that twice a day. And you'll start thinking you're batshit crazy because you're seeing these numbers all of a sudden. But what that really is it's just a little sign to you about synchronicity. Because now you're starting to say, why am I seeing these numbers all the time? Am I going crazy? Oh my gosh. And what you do is you go inside, start checking if you're crazy or not. That's great because that's what your higher self wants you to do, is understand that synchronicity is a big part of life. And so now it's bringing it to your attention. So you'll start with 1111. Stop. You'll start with 1111. You'll start seeing other numbers that are repeating in 2s or 3s or 4s. And there's plenty of resources online that can help you with that if you feel guidance as to understanding what those numbers are. All right, number 2.
Well, that leads us right into synchronicity. Numbers, you're not just going to see them on the clock. You're going to see them on your receipts. You're going to see them on license plates. That's Kimberly's favorite thing.
All day long in California.
And you're going to find a lot of repeating patterns that aren't numbers. Like someone might talk about spirituality, and then you see a book at the bookstore that's about spirituality. And then you see something listed on Meetup for a meditation about spirituality, and you're going to see that word or that phrase 100 times a day. That's another message that, hey, you're waking up, pay attention.
Listen. Oh, this one, X one's yours. That's definitely a Kelly thing.
Oh, number 3. Crying. Oh, I still do it. But crying is such a wonderful release, and it's just all of those pent-up emotions and all of that stuff that you've held on to for so long, and it suddenly just bubbles up to the top, and let it go. Start your day with crying and end your day with crying. That's what I always say.
Yeah, every time you cry, you release resistance, so you're getting closer to your higher self each time you do. And guys, hello, there's nothing hotter than a man that cries.
Faux show.
Oh yeah. Cry in front of me, I'm yours.
That's pretty badass.
That's pretty badass. Number 4, realizing you're an empath. I have another video about that. You can check that out. But if you want to know what an empath is, Kelly's going to tell you.
An empath is, oh my gosh, you're sensitive to everything and everyone. Do you just get to that point where you go in the grocery store and you just feel like, oh my goodness, because you're feeling everybody's stuff? That's being an empath. Being in a big crowd, being in just a big group of people, maybe more than 5. You just feel everybody's stuff. You feel extra sensitive. When there's a tragedy in the world, you feel way, way worse than you might have felt a year ago. That's being empathic. You're very tuned into everybody's stuff.
Yes. So you're an empath if you're listening to us. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 5, research mode. Oh my gosh, you're gonna turn into a sponge if you haven't already. So all of a sudden you're gonna have this wild hair to research everything. And that would be spirituality or meditation or
being an empath.
Being an empath. All of those things, you're going to start doing that research online, usually asking friends. The synchronicity is going to come where people are coming to you. You're going to start asking them questions, and you're just going to go in like super encyclopedia mode for a while. So the key to that is to read it, listen to it, whatever it is, watch it, and only go with the things that give you that okay feeling in your gut. Because just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true.
Abraham Lincoln said that.
That's right. And he was such a smart man back then.
Badass.
He was a badass. So go and listen to things and watch things and read things. And if it feels right to you, then you're going to integrate it into your belief systems. And if it doesn't, turn it off. Click somewhere else. Say, F you, I don't believe you, and move on. Okay?
Number 6, buzzing or ringing in your ears. This is a big one for a lot of people, and it happens throughout your entire awakening process and even beyond that. What do I personally think it is? I think it's a couple of things. I think it's your vibration changing and your body trying to catch up with that. I also think it's your guides and angels kind of talking to you. They're whispering in your ear. Ways to move through this. I've always found that actually crying helps release it. And just asking, say, hey, you know what? I'm at work right now and I really can't function hearing this zzz in my ear. So could you maybe tone it down a little bit?
Ha, get it?
All right. That's not saying they're going to, but it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
I get a lot of buzzing in my ears when I'm trying to go to sleep, and that's a lot of times when downloads happen from your higher self and your angels, whatever you want to call them. So that's when some things are coming in, and you can ask them to, can you just let me sleep a little bit? And then a lot of that can happen while you're sleeping. All right, number 7. This is a big one. We didn't make it number 11. We made it number 7 because it's a big one. It's like the top of the bell curve. Your life will be in upheaval for a little while. And that means like everything. And you could be losing friends. You could be getting a divorce. You could start hating your job. What else?
Oh, so much stuff.
I went through a hurricane.
You feel like you want to crawl out of your skin. Nothing feels right with you.
You hate everybody.
Yep.
You love everybody.
Yep. That's where more crying comes into.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. People start like looking really weird to you and you're wondering how you were ever their friend. Mm-hmm. What else? Car accidents.
Yeah. Deaths, unfortunately.
Not yours, hopefully.
No,
somebody else's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much anything that could go wrong might, but understand that that's a cleansing process. That's you getting rid of things that no longer serve you. And they're going to be replaced by things that do. So cry. Mm-hmm. Understand that it is a cleansing process and it does get better.
Just really accept and allow it to. I think we go through things. I know when I went through my first awakening, and this started happening, I was just clenched fists going, no, and trying to fight every minute. And that only kind of made it worse. So surrender yourself.
Surrender. If you want to do that stuff, that's totally cool. I don't do a lot of oming. Anyway. Okay, number 8. This is my favorite thing. I am into the fringe. So when you're on your research mode, you're probably going to start going into some areas that your conservative parents might definitely label you crazy to do, like extraterrestrials and the archangels and crystals, conspiracy theories. All of those things are going to be interesting to you, and you're probably going to do a little research on that. Same thing applies. Go with your gut. Does your gut feel like it could be true? Does it explain something for you? Is it exciting? Me, I love extraterrestrials. I've been talking to them since I was 6. And yeah, I was the weird kid. Big surprise there. Now it's cool. Now they talk back. So fringe stuff, totally normal.
Okay, number 9, clarity. This is a really cool one. You might just be driving in your car. For me, it's when I take a shower for some reason. I just get this, sense of clarity about everything. And suddenly all these things that I went through and all these things that are happening, like that, like a light bulb. And it just all fits together like this beautiful puzzle and makes sense. Of course, sometimes by the time I get out of the shower, it's gone and I forgot it. But that's okay. But you're going to have these moments and these bursts of clarity that are just like, wow, this is what it's all worth. This is what it's all for. This is why this is happening to me. And those are beautiful.
And you never go backwards when you get those moments of clarity. Something pops open and things from your past make sense, and reasons that you experience things make sense. And you never lose that. Even though you may forget to write it down in the shower, you've grown by realizing what you realized during that point. All right, number 10. This one's fun. I mean, who doesn't benefit from decluttering, right? So chances are you're going to start looking around at all this stuff in your house and you're going to be like, why the hell is this here? I don't even use this. I don't even know where I got this. You're probably going to start getting rid of those things. That would be shedding belongings, Oh, and you unsubscribe from everybody's email list. Yeah. So you'll start, probably some friends. You might be decluttering some friends or some annoying family members. You'll go through your closet and give away all the clothes that look crappy on you. And you'll feel like you're doing it for good, because that's serving somebody else by decluttering, giving those things away, even selling them if that's what you feel called to do. But it's actually serving man, your fellow man. And that's a great part of awakening. You won't go back. You're probably never going to go back to that. I need 9 TVs in my house. Mm-hmm. Do you have 9 TVs in your house?
I do not.
I have no TVs in my house. Okay, number 11.
This is a good one too. Seeing the bigger picture. Just realizing that you're part of something so much bigger than you ever imagined. And again, this kind of brings in everything we talked about, and clarity is a huge part of that. Just realizing that you're part of this whole, this collective, this beautiful thing. And it's so wonderful, and it's so joyful and happy, and such an amazing experience.
Yeah, what she said. She's so good at stuff like that. I curse and drink and ride a motorcycle, and I don't know. That's the beauty of it, is that you start understanding that everybody out there is you, but they can be different, and that's totally okay. So she's me, I'm her, we're different, we accept each other's differences, and all the people around us, we accept their differences. That's a big thing about awakening, is that you understand oneness. And you also understand that you are creating your entire reality. So every single thing that shows up around you is based on a previous thought or intention that you sent out. Once you get that part, man, awakening just takes off after that, because now you know you're responsible for everything that happens. So wow, you're going to start thinking about what you're saying and what you're sending out and how you're treating other people, because you know that it's coming back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's really that moment when you realize that you don't have to just sit around and wait for life to happen, mm-hmm. that you have the power to make it happen, and you always have.
You always have. All right, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them out to us on Twitter, Are You Awakening? And until next time, don't forget, always be you all the time. Love.
Namaste.